All right, let's dive in. Today, we're mapping out the ultimate guide to becoming a full-stack developer in 2025. This field changes so fast, and having a clear plan is seriously the difference between making it and just getting frustrated. So let's get you on the right path.
I want you to think about your favorite app for just a second. What actually makes it work? I'm not just talking about the nice colors or the slick animations. I'm talking about the whole shebang, from the front end all the way to the back. That whole universe. Well, that's the world of a full-stack developer.
So, what is a full-stack developer, really? Put simply, they're the jack-of-all-trades in web development. They've got the skills to take an idea and build it into a real working application, all by themselves. They handle the stuff you see and touch, the user interface, and all the magic that happens behind the scenes on the server.
To help you get there, here's the game plan for today. We're going to start with what the role even is, then cover the front-end essentials. After that, we'll talk about picking a back-end path, the advanced skills that'll make you stand out, and of course, the common mistakes to avoid. We'll wrap it all up with how to actually land that first job. Okay, let's officially kick things off and dig a little deeper. Being full stack isn't just about knowing a bunch of languages. It's about understanding how every single piece of the puzzle fits together, from the moment a user clicks a button to that data getting saved in a database, and all the way back again.
I mean, just look at the scope of this. You're not just a coder, you're more like an architect. You're building the beautiful interfaces that people use every day. You're writing the powerful logic on the server. You're managing the data, and you have to make sure the whole thing is fast, secure, and ready to grow. It's a massive role, but wow, is it rewarding.
Every big journey has a starting point, right? And for a full-stack developer, that starting line is the front end. This part is completely non-negotiable. You absolutely have to know how to build the part of the application that people actually see and interact with.
The secret here is to follow a logical order. You start with HTML, which is like the skeleton of a web page. Then you add the skin and clothes with CSS, and you'll want to master things like Flexbox and Grid for layout, and a framework like Tailwind to make things look good fast. After that, JavaScript comes in to bring it all to life. Once you've got that, you move up to a library like React to build modern UIs, and top it all off with a framework like Next.js to make your app perform like a pro.
Okay, so you're feeling good about the front end. Now you've reached your first major crossroads. You have to decide which tech you're going to use for the back end. And trust me, this decision really shapes the next part of your learning journey. Now, two of the most popular choices out there are Python and the MERN stack. If you go with Python, you're picking a language that's famous for being easy to learn and incredibly versatile. It's a fantastic choice if you think you might be interested in AI or data science down the line. But then there's the MERN stack, which has one killer advantage. You use JavaScript for everything. You've already learned it for the front end, and now you can use it on the back end with Node.js. It's a really cohesive and popular choice, especially for startups.
But here's the thing, and this might be the most important piece of advice you'll hear today. While we can sit here and compare these stacks all day long, what really matters is your ability to learn. Technologies change, frameworks come and go, but a developer who knows how to learn and adapt, they'll always be valuable. So just pick one, get really good at it, and never ever stop learning.
All right, you've got your front-end chops, you've picked a back-end path. What's next? Well, to be a truly top-tier developer in 2025, you have to go beyond just writing code. You need to know how to get that code out into the world, how to manage it, and how to make it smarter. This really boils down to three key things. Think of it like this. First, you learn Linux. It's the operating system that runs most of the world's servers, so it's the foundation. Second, you learn a cloud platform like AWS. That's the piece of land where you'll build your application. And third, you learn Docker. Docker lets you put your app into a neat little box or container so that it runs the exact same way everywhere, and you can finally say goodbye to that classic, but it works on my machine problem.
And yeah, we have to talk about AI. It is so much more than a buzzword now. It's a real tool that can make you a better, faster developer. AI tools like GitHub Copilot can be your coding partner, writing boilercode for you, and suggesting how to finish your thoughts. And beyond just helping you code, you can build AI directly into your applications to create really smart features like chatbots or recommendation engines. It's a game changer.
So this journey to becoming a full-stack developer, it's not always a smooth road. It is full of potholes that can really slow you down. Knowing what they are ahead of time can save you a ton of frustration. Let's talk about the big ones.
This is the number one trap, tutorial purgatory. You know the feeling, right? You're stuck in this endless loop of watching videos, finishing online courses, but you never ever feel ready to actually build something yourself. Remember, watching someone else code is not the same as doing it.
So how do you escape? First, stop trying to learn everything at once. Pick a path and stick with it until you're good enough to get hired. Second, let go of perfection. Your first projects are not going to be masterpieces, and that is totally okay. The whole point is to build something, get it out there, and learn from it. And that brings me to the biggest point. You have to build your own projects. That's where the learning actually sticks.
So you've learned the skills, you've built from projects, you've dodged the major pitfalls. Now for the final, most exciting part, turning all that hard work into an actual career. Let's break down the strategy.
Here is your 5-step battle plan. First, your portfolio is your everything. It's the actual proof you can do the job. Second, your resume has to be sharp. 1 page, bullet points focused on what you accomplished. Third, get your online presence in order. Your LinkedIn and GitHub should look professional and active. Fourth, contributing to open source projects is a killer way to show you can work on a real team. And finally, hunt smarter. Don't just throw your resume into the biggest job boards. Find niche platforms where you have a better chance to stand out.
So as we wrap this up, if there's one thing you take away from all this, it's this formula right here. In 2025, the developers who are most in demand won't just be full stack. They'll be full stack developers who also know DevOps to ship their applications and use AI to build smarter, better products. This combination, this is the new gold standard.
We've laid out the entire path for you, from writing your very first line of HTML all the way to deploying a complex app with AI. The roadmap is officially in your hands. So, the only real question left is, what are you going to build?